restore the Snyder Cut, or restore the Snyder Cut. Yeah, let's restore it after it just came out. Restore the SnyderVerse trends today, which, you know, it's always cool when Restore the SnyderVerse trends. And, yeah, I mean, basically I think this was a response to DC Fandome, naturally. But it trended. I don't even know where it's at right now. I don't know what's the numbers. Where's the numbers? Let's see. It's at 44,000. It's at 44.6 thousand. So there you go. There you go. Let's see. What's trending right now to DC Fandome? DC Fandome kind of fell off, right? I don't even see DC Fandome. But yeah, hashtag and no DC Fandome showing up right there. Entertainment maybe. I just kind of wanted to see where DC Fandome was, if it's located there, or if it already just like kind of fell off. I guess I don't see it. So I don't know. But yeah, Restore the SnyderVerse. It is currently at 44.6 thousand. So not too shabby for. Well, there's not. You know, there wasn't a campaign or anything that happened today. There wasn't anything planned. There was just a lot of response to, of course, what was happening with DC Fandome. Because, you know, like I said, last year that we had, of course. We had Zack Snyder's Justice League had his own panel, and we had, of course, had Henry Cavill, all those guys, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, pretty much wishing Zack, like, congratulating him for being able to get his cutout. That was pretty cool. So that kind of made you a little choked up last year. But one thing that I wanted to point out, though, is like, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting, of course. Well, there's really nothing wrong with wanting both. If you're looking forward to any of the movies that are coming out, don't let anybody discourage you. And then if you're not, don't let anybody discourage you the other way. But you see a lot of back and forth, and you see a lot of people, and this is what I don't like. And it's kind of interesting, too, and you kind of see almost like a little bit of hypocrisy when this happens. Because I literally saw a tweet that was basically calling out anybody who's still supporting these movies, like saying supporting the SnyderVerse, and saying like it was like appalling or something like that. So then I went to this person's Twitter page, and I see a pinned tweet about the fact that David Ayer liked the tweets, and I'm just kind of going. I almost wanted to respond. Oh yeah, you know, people supporting the SnyderVerse like David Ayer. Because David Ayer has been really gung-ho about the Suicide Squad that Walter Hamada produced. See, that's where things get a little rocky when it comes to a lot of, like, when people are trying to discourage other people in the fandom, and I don't like that. I really don't like that. And then all of a sudden it's like, what, are you going to call out David Ayer for supporting the Suicide Squad? Are you going to call out Ben Affleck for being in the Flash movie? Ezra Miller, Michael, are you going to just call out these people for doing that? Because they're literally getting paid by them. I mean, that's where I kind of go, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Let's not be angry about DC Fandome. Yes, yeah, of course. Say what you want. Poster looks like shit. Fine. Say all that stuff like that. But don't discourage fans. I should say don't discourage fans. Don't discourage other fans. If they're excited for certain movies, don't discourage them, and don't let them discourage you the other way around too. Let's all just kind of be happy. Hey, Brian Cowley. Thank you for becoming a member there, sir. Appreciate it. So yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, don't. I was seeing that kind of stuff today, and I'm just kind of going, okay. And apparently, there's going to be an event that some fans are planning on October 16th because they want, of course, the Restore the SnyderVerse hashtag to trend more than DC Fandome, which of course it already did today. But at the same time, you got to go, well, the way sometimes how Twitter works, it's like, yeah, DC Fandome is probably going to naturally just trend because everybody's going to be talking about what's coming out of it. Cool, that's fine. Restore the SnyderVerse. If it ends up trending more, that's fine. But you got to realize there are some people that only tweet that every 3 seconds. You know, when it's the same. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, how do you just tweet like every? I mean, you could go on some people's pages and they're just tweeting it nonstop, and I'm going, just jobs? Anybody? I mean, I'm all about tweeting Restore the SnyderVerse, but every 3-5 seconds, like, holy shit, man. Dave, didn't you say that Jeff Johns was going to be Me Too'd? I thought that's what I was hearing. That's what I did. I thought that's what I was being told, that, and apparently he kind of did. There was people that came out against Jeff Johns, saying about harassment and stuff like that. But they, I think Mr. Hamada actually tried to sweep that under the rug. Remember? Look at what Ray Fisher was saying, like how he was saying, like, I'll give you Whedon, but leave Jeff Johns alone, kind of thing. So, yeah. Warner Brothers hates the fans. Warner Brothers hates the Snyderverse. So, yeah, we know that they hate the Snyderverse. I don't think they hate the fans. That would be kind of a difficult to run a business if they hated the fans. Their Space Trooper. I will say that, yeah, most likely, yeah, I'll agree with you about the Snyderverse. They definitely were not fans about that, but I don't think they hate the fans. Maybe they hate like the fans that dogpile on Jim Lee. See, stuff like that. Dogpiling on Jim Lee just because he commended Jeff Johns. That's no way to freaking... It's only handing over everybody who claims that it's like a Snyder cult, the Snyder cult. You're only handing them more ammo when you're dogpiling on Jim Lee. Don't do that. That's the kind of stuff that I hate. And then of course when you're calling out people, but yet what are you gonna like again when you have David Ayer that's supporting these future movies, supporting the Suicide Squad, and you have Ben Affleck in The Flash, and then possibly Henry Cavill showing up in one of these movies. You can't just point fingers and then ignore. I don't know. I just don't like that kind of stuff. I just don't like that kind of stuff. The future of the DCEU is Batgirl and Supergirl. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, so Apple should buy DC. That'd be pretty interesting. Yeah, I know. It's like Warner Brothers will never let go. They'll never let go. They will never let go of the DC property for sure. They'll never let it go. But yeah, it probably would definitely be in better hands somewhere. Definitely would be in better hands. Warner Brothers also let Zack remaster BVS. So y'all, yeah, no. See, that's the thing too. It's like, it's always very interesting. It's like, yeah, I understand the hate and I understand the shade, but it's always very interesting too. It's like you just pump the brakes a little bit when it's nothing but dogpiling and anger. It's not the way to do this stuff. I say, like, yeah, if you want to on October 16th restore the Snyderverse trends, fine. I love it. Anytime restore the Snyderverse trends, I'm all about it, and I always talk about it because hey, it's like, yeah, look at that. There is a fan base right there, but when I see people going like, oh my God, it's so sad that it trended more. And I'm like, well, it's a little bit different. You got a natural trend that a lot of people out there in the world, in the nerdy world, that are tweeting about DC Fandome. And then you got the Snyder Fandome, of course. Like I said, certain people just tweet nonstop. But I love the fact when people tweet like art and they tweet clips and they do all that stuff. But when it's always constantly throwing hate out there, it's not a way to do it. It really is not the way to do it, but, what can you do? It is a fucking internet, right? It's Twitter. You've been supporting Snyderverse, but I have met Snyder cults. There's different. Yeah, there is a difference. Most of the Snyder fandom is A-okay and everything. But, yeah, there's just... I had to mute some people today because I kept seeing stuff, and I'm just kind of going, it's not... stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But at the same time, you poke holes in their logic when you go like, are you going to, what about David Ayer? I mean, the focus, when it comes to all of this, the focus should be that Ayer cut. The focus should definitely be the Ayer cut because that supposedly will be the next thing that's going to be hopefully released. We've already, there's already some ground that's been covered when it comes to that. And that's, a somewhat of a restoration of the Snyderverse. That's a start. That is definitely a start. Then hopefully maybe Deathstroke or Batfleck, who knows. Hopefully that'll be the case. But right now, when it comes to, Zack Snyder and Justice League 2 and 3, I mean, that's going to be, if he's going to have any involvement, that's going to be far away from right now. So that's why I said 100% the focus should generally be the Ayer cut, because that seems like the first thing that they can easily do, obviously. And that'll be somewhat of a restoration right there. So just saying. There's just a way to go about things, and sometimes, and I just hate the fact that fans discourage other fans. They point fingers, they're calling them racist, they're calling them names and all that. It's just, yeah, I know there's a division, and we can blame Warner Brothers for that, obviously, but at the same time, it's like you're choosing to discourage, whether you're a fan that's looking forward to these movies, discouraging the people who aren't, or the other way around. Just don't discourage fans, okay? We're all in this together, guys. We all like this cape shit. Come on. We all love this cape shit. So let's just be nice, okay? Like that gif from Semi-Pro, Will Ferrell. Everybody love each other, okay? Everybody love each other. Let's do that. We don't actually have to do that, but you know, you get what I'm saying. How dare you, Mattia? Group hug. Yeah, there you go. Listen to Meg. Group hug. Group hug.